Example 6a is going to be a very special binomial, x to the 6 minus y to the 6, and it's going to be special because it can be factored as a difference of cubes, and it can also be factored as a difference of squares. So we're going to start with example 6a first, the difference of cubes. So that means I am going to be writing this problem as x to this power raised to the third power minus y to a power raised to the third power. Well, that power that it needs to be here and here is 2, because x squared times x squared times x squared is going to give me x to the 6. Just like y squared times y squared times y squared gives me y to the 6. And this is a power raised to a power. The rules, exponent rules for that say you multiply the exponent. So 2 times 3 gives you 6. So now let's go back to the original problem, and for part A, so we'll say 6a right here, we're going to take the cube root of x to the 6, which we actually just found right here, it's x squared. Again, x squared times x squared times x squared gives you that answer. And then we also want the cube root of y to the 6. Well, that's going to give us y squared. Y squared times y squared times y squared gives us y to the 6. And we're going to be following the format for difference of cubes of a minus b in parentheses, and second parentheses a squared, opposite sign, plus sign, a times b, always positive plus sign, b squared, close the parentheses. And our a value in this problem is x squared, so x squared minus y squared. And here, because our a value is x squared, we're going to go ahead and put that in parentheses. So x squared in parentheses squared, opposite sign plus sign, and then x squared y and times y squared, both in parentheses, always positive, and then I have got y squared in parentheses squared, and that takes care of the second factor. So we need to clean up that second factor there. For right now, we're just going to leave x squared minus y squared alone for now. X squared minus y squared. And then in the second factor, we want x squared, which is squared, so that gives us x to the 4th, plus x squared y squared. When you multiply them, we just keep multiplying them, plus y to the 4th. So that is correct. And the second factor can be factored further, but we haven't learned those skills yet. We have learned the skills to further factor x squared minus y squared. This is a difference of squares. So if it's a difference of squares, it's going to be the conjugates of the square root of the first term plus the square root of the last term times square root of the first term minus the square root of the last term. So verifying that the square root of x squared, it is x. The square root of y squared, it is y. And so this is going to be factored into the a plus b times a minus b form, and so it just turns into x plus y times x minus y, and then we still need to bring in the second factor of x to the 4th plus x squared y squared plus y to the 4th. And that's going to be our final answer for example 6a.